YouTube Nation, what's going on? GilBoogz over here. Shout out to all my YouTube peeps out in Canada. Shout out to Jazz. Shout out to DJ Drift and I believe Colson is repping Canada. Shout out to all the YouTube DJs out there. Shout out to everyone on YouTube. Got a little time off from work, so I figured I might as well post up a blog and talk some crap with everybody out there on YouTube because I got mad love for everybody out there. Check it out. I guess the subject for today, what I want to talk about is YouTube, you know. Mad love to everybody out there. It's a great thing for, I guess for you younger dudes, man. You guys have no idea, like, what it was like trying to come up. But it was just like back then DJing, you know. I mean, this technology that we have nowadays in general for DJing, where it's gone, and the whole YouTube thing, man, is just so helpful. Even for somebody like me that I've been DJing for a little while now, like I still get a lot of benefit out of watching these YouTube videos. I learn a lot, you know. And I guess, you know, you younger guys, this is what you're growing up on. This is what's out there. This is all you know. But it's a great thing, you know. And even with all this technology and stuff, I guess this is really what I wanted to touch up on. Even with all this technology and all this stuff, like there's still so much hate going on out there between DJs and shit. Like, I think it's mad whack. It's mad corny. Yo, when I was younger, like, I'm gonna say like in the late 80s, early 90s, when I was really getting into DJing, when I was doing more gigs and parties and stuff like that, and when I was able to go out and party myself, DJs were asses, man. For real, like, DJs were straight up asses, yo. Like, a lot of DJs weren't trying to help you out. You know, they had chips on their shoulders. They were on some, like, elitist, like, I'm a DJ and I'm the shit. And, like, the mentality was, I mean, you know what? I ain't gonna front. There's still a lot of that going on now because, I see it. I see a lot of, I still see, for whatever reason, I still see the club DJs hating on the mobiles and the mobiles hating on the club DJs. And I know that there's been, this topic has been, like, you know, there's so many videos on YouTube discussing this already. It's kind of whack, but the thing is, it still goes on. I was reading Brian this Red had left a post up on YouTube about, I guess it was about that subject, and I was reading the comments, and there was one particular DJ, and I'm not gonna put him on blast like that because he's a good kid. He's a young dude. He's got a lot of good videos up on YouTube, but he left a comment like shitting on the club DJs, that club DJs were arrogant and blah blah blah. And then I was on Skype the other day, and he was all happy. He was like a little pig and shit happy that he was going to get a gig at a club. And he was talking about how he's trying to get hooked up with these club gigs now. And I'm like, this is the same kid that was commenting on Brian's log that, you know, that club DJs were jerks. So I'm like, what is it? Because you obviously want to be a club DJ now. So why are you shitting on the club DJ when you had a chance? You know, like, it makes no sense. Like, our goal is the same. You know what I mean? I used to do a mobile thing. I know I've mentioned it before. I used to do the mobile thing. I sold my speakers and everything. But for a few years, I was doing the mobile thing. You know, the weddings and the Sweet 16s and all that stuff. And now I do, like, the little bars and the lounges and, you know, stuff like that. And my goal is the same regardless. My goal is the same. You know, whether you're doing mobile or the club scene, it's the same. When I was doing the mobile gigs, I wanted to make sure all the guests had a great time. I wanted to make sure the people that were paying me, of course, you know, felt like they got their money's worth. And when I do like the little bars and clubs and stuff like that now, it's the same thing. Everybody that's there, I need to make sure they're having a great time. I need to make sure the people that are paying me, the management knows that the party was jumping because the bartenders are going to tell them. The bartenders are going to be making money all night, and they're going to want me to come back. You know, they're going to want me to do a gig there every week. You know, just like at a mobile gig, I want the guests to be like, hey, who was this DJ? We want to hire him for our next gig. At a bar, it's the same thing. I want the bartenders to be like, hey, bring this guy back because the party's jumping. The bar made a lot of money. And whatever, man. In the long run, our goal is all the same. You know, like, I don't see why everyone's hating on everybody. You know? even when I was doing mobile gigs, man, like when I was first doing them, like you do a wedding or a sweet 16, and if one of the guests happens to have his own mobile company, they'll be there like real arrogant, asking you dumb questions, and you know, trying to tell you what gear they use and how much better it is, and you know, just a lot of DJs are asses, man. As a matter of fact, I had to be an ass this weekend. I was DJing at this bar, and setting up the gear because this place doesn't have a system. So my boy brought out some speakers, and I brought my turntables out and everything. I'm gonna post a gig log of it. I have some footage of it. But while we're setting up, it was about 9:30. The party started at 10. While we're like just finishing the last that we were about to do a sound check, this girl comes up to me and starts asking me like, "Oh, where's the guy who normally DJs here on Friday? And what kind of music are you gonna play? And if I have a request, can I come ask you?" And I told her, if you're gonna keep asking me for requests all night, don't, because I'm not a jukebox. And she kind of stepped back and she looked at me real nasty. And I was like, look, I'm sorry. You know what? I said, if you're gonna have a request and I'm gonna play it, I'm gonna play it. But that doesn't mean because I played your one song, you need to come back now every 15, 20 minutes that you think of a cool song that you need to come and request. Because what ends up happening is, the one time that I don't have a song that you have, I'm gonna go from being the best DJ in the world to being the worst DJ, and I hate when that shit happens, man. Chicks do it all the time, yo. For real, chicks do it all the time. They come up to you, they start showing you mad love, requesting songs. The minute you don't have a song that they have, you suck. What kind of DJ are you? Whatever. I just didn't feel like dealing with it that night. It's probably one of the first times I've been. I guess I don't want to say I was rude because I wasn't really rude when I was telling her. I was kind of just being straightforward. And whatever, sometimes you gotta do that. I actually enjoyed it. I guess DJs are assholes. Hey, yo, let me tell you something, man. Getting back to the whole YouTube thing. I remember back in the days, DJs would scratch the labels off of their records. They would peel the labels off because they didn't even want you to know what they were spinning. You know what I'm saying? They would take markers and scribble over the name of the track and whatever information. They would write their names over because they didn't even want you to know what they were spinning. It wasn't even like their track that they made. You could probably buy this in a record store, and they didn't even want to share that with you. Now on YouTube, I've had DJs send me their remixes. I've had guys who produce music send me their tracks and be like, hey, can you play this at a party? You know what I mean? That kind of shit wasn't happening. I mean, we didn't have the technology back then, but back then they weren't even trying to share the names of what they were playing in their sets with you. You know what I mean? I DJ'd a gig like about a year ago, I remember, and the guy who normally DJs there, he showed up and we were talking. I just met him for the first time. We're talking about Serato and everything like that, and he had a thumb drive. He was like, here, check this out. He plugged it into my laptop and gave me 2 folders of remixes that he had. These were his like remixes that he had made from like whatever the popular songs were at the time, you know, which was fantastic. You know, this kind of stuff didn't happen back then. Didn't happen very often where a DJ was really trying to help other DJs out, and it happens a lot now, and I think it's a great time to be a DJ. So whatever, man, shout out to everybody out there on YouTube that's posting up videos to help everybody else out, and shout out to all the 10-minute mix DJs too. You might not think that they're doing much to help out, but the truth is, I get put onto a lot of music from these 10-minute mixes. Songs that I might not have heard any other way other than a 10-minute mix. Now I'm going on, I'm buying this track because somebody posted it on a 10-minute mix, and I know the freaking YouTube police are out there in full effect right now. I see a lot of guys' videos getting taken down, and it's whack, man. YouTube, you need to correct that, man. You really do. Peace out, y'all. Shout out to Kaz and Zuma. I'm gonna give y'all a call. We're gonna talk. I know I'm not doing the mobile thing anymore, but you guys are enticing me, man. Mad love to MU, yo. Peace out.